How are you doing today?
Hi, Emily. I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. So, I know we've been doing a lot of work within the process of EMDR, and I didn't know if you were ready to get started on that again today.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, before, we were finding our answer, and today one of the things we're going to start on is finding the root under the answer. Okay? So, are you
Okay,
okay with me asking you a few questions?
sure.
So, this question, if you have any clarifying questions you need to ask, just go ahead and let me know.
Okay.
Um, but right now in your life, do you feel like there is a current frustration, symptom, or even a limitation that if you could change for yourself, it would drastically change your life?
Yeah, so I guess something that if it was resolved, would be being able to trust others. I guess like being able to like form a genuine relationship with others.
Yeah. All right. So, with struggling to trust other people, you might have just answered this, but I want some clarity if that's okay. What is the longing that you don't feel like you're getting?
Um, Connection, genuine connection.
Okay. In that moment, when you are struggling to trust other people, what do you want that you're not getting?
Um, I guess I want to be able to trust others, and to be able to, like, form those, like, genuine and authentic connections or relationships.
So, when is a recent time that you had a hope or even a little glimmer of hope of that longing being fulfilled and it didn't work out?
Um, I guess, like, probably, like, a month ago, I had, um I had a friend come visit from out of state, and, yeah, I mean, like, I've known him for a while, but it was I guess I tried to, have that trust or try to, like, form a connection, and it just didn't really work.
All right. So here we're going to continue looking at specific moments like the one that you just gave an example of, which I do appreciate. So when is the last time that you wanted or experienced this longing at work or in the community specifically?
Mm. So I'm not sure if this necessarily counts, but maybe it does. I would say, like, during summer, I wanna say June or July, I I thought that I could trust one of my clinical supervisors. I really, really did, and I ended up finding out that there was just some, I'm not gonna say gossip, but, like, quote unquote concern about me that was talked about, but not to me, and that I didn't appreciate that. So,
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. When is the last time you experienced or wanted this longing socially or with friends?
um, actually, like, that was pretty recently, so end of July, beginning of August, I there was this whole, like, I don't even know, it was a whole like fight that ended up happening at my friend's kid's birthday party. It was way later in the night when all the kids like were asleep, and it was just a huge like blow up between all these people. And then I left, but like then like just the next day, there was like questioning on like if me or like my other roommate took something that didn't belong to us. So that sucked.
Yeah. Okay. So when is the last time that you experienced this longing with your closest relationships?
Hmm. Um, I don't even know who my closest relationships are anymore. Um, I guess when it comes down to trust. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
Okay, take your time.
I guess a couple days ago, actually, um, I was talking to my best friend about my birthday because I'm turning 32, and obviously it's a big birthday, and I've been planning a vacation and stuff, and you know, she was like, I don't know, and just all of these different reasons, and it's just like annoying.
Okay.
Even though it's 5 months away. So it's like annoying to hear excuses when it's 5 months away, and that's why I'm planning so early so everybody can save money and make sure like they have the time off. Whatever. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you think about that situation and the situation at the birthday party and the fighting and with work, what is the worst part about all of this right now?
Um, feeling like my character is being questioned. I think that's probably the worst part of it is yeah, is feeling like my character is being questioned.
How disturbing does that feel for you right now on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is like no disturbance and 10 is the highest you can imagine?
I would probably say like a 7.
So when you bring up the worst part of that disturbance, what words express the negative belief that you have about yourself now, even though you may know better?
Um, I guess like I guess I'm maybe like I'm not worthy.
It's powerful. So when you bring up the worst part of that, and you bring up the words of I'm not worthy, what's an earlier time that you remember experiencing something similar to that?
Um, Probably I would say like 2 years ago, 2021. 2021, I had gotten a job offer and stuff, and I was really excited to work there, and then they ended up rescinding my offer, because of just some background stuff, so that was sucked. Mhm.
So were you 27 about that time?
Yeah, yeah.
20. What about a time earlier than that?
Mm, probably, I would say like 25. I was 25, and I had found out that my ex had a new girlfriend, that he hid he hid that from me for months, and I asked him to, like, because I'm not stupid, but yeah, I was 25, and we were still, like, friends, we still talk, but it was just, like, it was a discussion that was had, because it was like, if, either one of us get into a relationship or something serious, like, out of respect, tell the other person. So, because if that's the case, then I wouldn't say things and whatever, like, because that's crossing a line that I'm not going to cross if I knew.
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, I was 25.
What about a time earlier than that?
I was 19. I was 19, and my mom kicked me out.
What about a time before that?
Mm, Probably 16, 16, give or take. Um, um, I, me and my, like, first boyfriend had broken up, and treated me like shit, and, I don't know, I just thought I deserved it.
Okay. What about a time before that?
Probably when I was, like, 10? Yeah, like 10, my dad left.
What was an earlier time?
I think that's, like, the earliest I can remember on that similar feeling, yeah.
Just want to say I really appreciate you being vulnerable. I know that was a lot, so it's a lot of beautiful work. So thank you. So we're going to go up real quick and go back to those desired states. So when we talk about work, socially, and closest relationships. And we want to think about the situations that you gave, and we want to think about any future state that would be similar to that, how you would like to act, behave, or feel differently in a situation similar to that in the future. So it's not really about going and changing the past, it's about how you would want to change how you react in the future. So if we think about that present trigger of work, right? So that situation that you talked about within work. In a situation similar to that, how would you like to react, behave, or feel differently if that happens again?
Hmm. I would like to be able to, confront the situation in obviously a respectful and professional way, um, instead of not. 'Cause that's what I did. So like in the future, I would like to, you know, I would like to be able to ground myself, and not react emotionally. Um, and that's the reason why I didn't confront the situation in the past, but in the future, I would like to confront it in a way where it's not coming from an emotional state.
Yeah. Okay. So when we think about the social situation and that present trigger, right? How would you like to react, feel, or behave differently in the future if something similar happened?
Um, I would like to not. I would like to, I guess, not feel so affected by it and like remind myself of who I am and like and the fact like I know who I am. And just be confident in that and yeah, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it definitely does. That makes sense. So when you think about the closest relationship, so a couple days ago, and a situation similar to that, how would you like to react, feel, or behave if something similar happened in the future?
I would like to not take it so personal. And I guess like just be more understanding. And I am understanding. It's just that I am obviously upset. Or, I would like to I would like to not take it personal, but I would also like to um express that I'm feeling upset, even regardless if it's like it's not, like it's anybody's fault. It's the situation and stuff. So I guess I would just like to express it and like allow myself to feel vulnerable and um and not just hold it in.
Yeah, oh no, that's fair. So once again, I just really want to say I really appreciate all your work today. That was so much, and you did such amazing work. This is a really good stopping point for us, and I wanted to know how you were feeling and if you wanted to go ahead and do a grounding exercise to really round out the session.
Yeah, I would be definitely open to practice a grounding exercise.
All right, so go ahead and stretch out a little bit, find yourself a little comfy state. You can leave your eyes open or you can close it for this one. This is one of our mindfulness activities where you do not have to respond and you can just really be as present in your body as possible. Go ahead and start by taking a really big, deep breath through your nose, making your belly as big as possible, and then out through your mouth. Let's go ahead and do one more. Through your nose, belly as big as possible, and out through your mouth. I just want to invite you to bring your attention to being here in this present moment. Just with a sense of curiosity, notice what happens to you and your system just by noticing being here. Notice what calls your attention first. Notice what tells you you're here right now. Some people might notice something internal, so like a breath or feeling your butt in the seat, maybe an emotion or a calming feeling. It might be a thought, it might be a body sensation. It's something that tells you you're here. For other people, the first thing they notice is outside of their body, outside of themselves. It might be the sound of my voice, or some kids running in the hallway. Maybe it's the air conditioner kicking on. It could be as simple as feeling the air outside of your skin. Just notice what calls your attention first. Notice what tells you that you're here. I invite you to notice any way that you're not quite here right now. Maybe you're still feeling yourself driving from earlier today, something that happened to you on the way to logging into this session, a conversation you had, a session you had, a meeting you had, something you're afraid you forgot, something that puts you in the past. Maybe there's some way you're in the future, thinking about what will happen today, what you have to do when you log out of this session, something in the future that worries you or even excites you. Just notice anyway that you're not quite here right now. And notice how you know you're not fully here right now. Now I'm going to say some words, and I'm going to say them twice. And I would just like to invite you to notice what happens in your system and your experience when you hear these words. All parts of you are welcome here. All parts of you are welcome here. Just begin to notice any way those words landed and felt right, or any part of you that tensed up and said, no, that doesn't feel right. Just allow whatever to happen, and just be here. Be curious about it. I want to go ahead and invite you to take another big, deep breath in your nose, raising your belly as big as possible, and out your mouth. Just go ahead and take one more. Big in through your nose, raising that belly, and out through your mouth. When you're feeling ready today, you can come back around. How was that for you today?
Good. Also sleepy. It was nice and relaxing.
You feeling to go on about your day? You feeling comfortable?
Yes.
All right. Well, Rima, that's the end of our work today, and I appreciate all your hard work.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. I'll see you next time.
Next time.